Hi, I'm Gisela Gamper, and I have been a photographer since the 1970s. In the 1980s, when consumer video equipment became available, I played around with video. I only made a couple videos then, and only started seriously working with video in the 1990s. When my husband, who was a musician, brought up the idea that we would collaborate and make music video improvisations. And in 2015, Pauline approached me to make a video for Crave Lab, which is a lab at RPI in Troy. And it's a 360-degree environment. And her trio was going to use the video as a score. And so for me, it was quite a challenge to create a piece that would be interesting to be in a 360-degree environment, but also would give the musicians enough variety to improvise with their instruments and their electronics. I love these beats, and I could imagine them, the audience being surrounded with a variety of whatever these beats would do. And so I had all this footage, and now I had the opportunity 10 years later, 8 years later, to make an installation for this space. And so I revisited the beats, I edited, made a new piece in essence. And I wanted it to be an experience, because all the video work I had done in the music was always an experience. It was music and visuals that people, so it's not narrative. It was, non-linear. And when I worked on this piece, the connection I had with the beats, they became crowds to me, or people being manipulated, or people running media, the politicians, and they run with one politician. They run every once in a while, to me, they were people. They peel away and they go with another group. But they also could be ants, or, it's really organic, even though they're metal beats, but the movement is really organic. And it's actually a drum that I manipulated very carefully, so the beats had a different speed the way they moved. I think my work really is more related to film than video manipulation. Probably because I'm a photographer, and my main is having the way something looks, the light on an object, and then the movement comes from 13 years or 12 years of working in See Here Now and improvising video to music. And so I feel this piece does have a rhythm to it somehow, even though there's no music. There is the sound of the beats, but it still has a natural movement, which that's really what makes me happy. I mean, when I worked on it, often I would look at it and go, wait a minute, I need to color correct it or something like that. And I would just be looking at the beats. So I'm very happy with it. And then I'm a visual person, so I just love, it's like eye candy. And you never really know where they're going in a way. You're always a little bit surprised. Suddenly they're going over there, but then they come down, So I really love playing with that, and I slowed some of them up. Some of them reversed them, and to keep it really interesting. And then the the reason why my hands are underneath I've eventually found was the best way to control. I could hold it really still, and then I could just slightly move the drum, and then they were all, that was the best, rather than controlling it like this. If I held it like this, I had more control, but then when you see the hands through it, that gives it another element. So it adds another really kind of interesting element, and you could think somebody is behind the wall trying to control. Also,